Hello and welcome to Goldstone English School. My name is Alex, and today we're going to learn some very useful English phrases for the office. Are you ready to sound like a pro at work? Let's begin. First, let's talk about greetings. When you arrive at the office in the morning, you need to say hello to your colleagues. The most common and friendly greeting is good morning. You can say, "Good morning, Sarah," or just a simple morning. To people you see. If you see someone you know well, you can ask, "How are you doing?" Or "How was your weekend?" For example, you see your friend John. You can say, "Good morning, John. How was your weekend?" He might reply, "It was great. Thanks. How about you?" This is a nice way to start a conversation. In the afternoon, we say good afternoon. It's a little more formal, but still very common. So, remember, good morning and good afternoon. Now, let's move on to asking for help. Everyone needs help sometimes, so it's important to know how to ask politely. You can start with, "Excuse me." This gets someone's attention. Then you can say, "Could you help me with something?" Or, "Can you give me a hand?" Give me a hand is a common idiom that means to help someone. For example, "Excuse me. Maria, could you help me with this report?" Or, if you need help with something heavy, you could say, "David, can you give me a hand with these boxers?" Another very useful phrase is, "I'm having trouble with." You can use this to explain your problem. For example, "I'm having trouble with the printer. Do you know how to fix it?" Or, "I'm not sure how to use this software. Could you show me?" Always remember to say thank you or thanks so much after someone helps you. Politeness is very important in the workplace. Okay, let's talk about making requests. Sometimes you need a colleague to do something for you. A polite way to ask is using, "Could you please," for example, "Could you please send me that email?" Or, "Could you please review this document for me?" Another good phrase is, "Would you mind," followed by a verb with ing. For example, "Would you mind checking these numbers for me?" The answer is usually no, not at all, or sure. I can do that. If someone asks you for something and you can do it, you can say, "Sure, no problem," or "Of course, I'll do it right away." If you can't do it immediately, you can say, "I'm a bit busy right now, but I can do it later." This is a polite way to manage your time and their expectations. So, "Could you please?" and "Would you mind" are your best friends for making requests. Next up, coffee breaks and lunch. This is a great time to socialize with your colleagues. You can invite someone by saying, "Do you want to grab a coffee?" Or, "Are you ready for lunch?" For example, "Hey Emily, I'm going to the kitchen. Do you want to grab a coffee?" If you are going out for lunch, you can ask, "A few of us are going out for lunch. Would you like to join us?" During the break, you can talk about things other than work. You can ask, "Do you have any plans for the evening?" Or, "Did you watch the game last night?" This helps you build good relationships with the people you work with. When the break is over, you could say, "Well, back to work." This is a simple way to end the conversation and return to your desk. Now for a very important topic, meetings. Meetings are a big part of office life. When a meeting starts, you might hear the leader say, "Okay, let's get started," or "Thank you all for coming." If you want to share your idea, you can say, "May I add something?" Or, "I have a point to make." For example, "Excuse me, may I add something about the marketing plan?" If you agree with someone, you can say, "I agree with you. Well, that's a good point." If you disagree, it's important to be polite. You can say, "I see your point, but I have a different opinion, or I'm not sure I agree with that." For example, "I see your point, Sarah, but I think we should consider the budget first." When you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask. You can say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it, please?" Or, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you explain that again?" It's much better to ask than to be confused. Let's discuss phone calls and emails. These are common ways we communicate at work. When you answer the phone, you can say, "Hello, this is Alex speaking. How can I help you?" This is professional and clear. If you need to ask for someone, you can say, "Hello, may I speak to Mr. Smith, please?" If the person's not available, you might hear, I'm sorry, he's in a meeting right now. Can I take a message? You can then say, yes, please ask him to call Alex back. For emails, we have simple phrases too. We start with hi or dear. Hi Jane is friendly. Dear Mr. Johnson is more formal. We often start emails with I am writing to. For example, I am writing to ask about the project timeline. We end emails with best regards, kind regards, or simply thanks, followed by your name. So, a simple email could be, Hi Tom, I am writing to confirm our meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Best regards, Alex. What about problems and deadlines? Every job has challenges. If you have a problem, you need to communicate it, and you can tell your manager, we have an issue with. For example, we have an issue with the supplier. The delivery is late. It's also good to suggest a solution. Maybe we can call them or find another supplier. Deadlines are important dates when work must be finished. Your boss might ask, what's the status of the project? You can answer, we are on track to finish by Friday, which means everything is going well. If you have a problem, you can say, we might not be able to meet the deadline. It's important to say this early, not on the last day. You can explain why. We might not be able to meet the deadline because we are waiting for information from another team. Communication is key to solving problems at work. Finally, it's the end of the workday. Time to go home. As you leave, it's polite to say goodbye to your colleagues. You can say, have a good evening, or see you tomorrow. If it's Friday, you can say, have a great weekend. These are friendly and positive ways to end the day. For example, you can walk past a colleague's desk and say, okay, I'm leaving now. See you tomorrow. They might reply, you too. Have a good evening. It's a small thing, but it helps create a friendly office environment. So, don't forget to say your goodbyes. Have a good evening, see you tomorrow, and have a great weekend. Wow, we've learned so many useful phrases today. Let's do a very quick review. For greetings, we say good morning. To ask for help, we say, could you help me? In meetings, if you have an idea, you say, may I add something? And when you leave work, you say, have a good evening. Practice is the most important thing. Try to use one or two of these new phrases every day at work. Start with simple ones. You'll be surprised how quickly you feel more comfortable speaking English in the office. Don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they are learning. The important thing is to try. You can do it. Thank you so much for watching this video from Goldstone English School. I hope you found it helpful. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English lessons. We have new videos every week to help you improve your English. Let us know in the comments which office phrase you are going to use first. Thanks again, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.